In the summer of 1877, a famine swept across British India that hollowed out entire generations. Over 20 million people died from a single catastrophic shift in the Pacific Ocean. Thousands of kilometers away, off the coast of Peru, a small patch of water grew still and unusually warm. This is a super El Niño. Roughly 140 years later, the world's leading weather forecasting models are raising an alarm. That exact oceanic pattern is forming again, and it is on track to peak in 2026. El Niño is a natural cycle that happens every few years. But today, climate experts are now warning that the 2026 event could produce the most dangerous summer in human history. To understand why, we have to look at the specific variables that turn a routine shift in ocean currents into a continental crisis. Usually, Pacific trade winds blow east to west, pushing warm surface water toward Australia, where it forms massive rain clouds. Near South America, cold water rises to replace it. But during El Niño, these winds weaken and warm water stalls in the central Pacific. That means the massive rain clouds that usually water Australia and Southeast Asia form out over the open ocean instead. Entire regions are suddenly cut off from their seasonal rains. A single stalled current in the ocean effectively shuts down the monsoon systems that half the planet relies on to grow food. Human activity has already raised the Earth's baseline temperature by 1.4 degrees Celsius. An extreme El Niño adds another 1.5 degrees. Stacking that natural cycle on our elevated baseline creates a 2.9 degree spike. We have never tested human survival at that temperature. In India, that math triggers 4 cascading crises. First, the 2026 monsoon is projected to deliver only 92% of its normal rainfall, leaving the land dangerously dry. Second, the farms dry up. Over half of all Indian agriculture relies entirely on monsoon rains to survive. Third, when the crops fail, prices surge. Data from previous extreme El Niños shows global food inflation spiking up to 9%, squeezing household budgets. Finally, the heat waves. In 2024, temperatures crossed 50 degrees Celsius in parts of Rajasthan and Delhi. Models predict 2026 will shatter those records. We are looking at a compounding equation where rising degrees translate directly into empty wallets, crop failures, and dangerous outdoor conditions. The danger actually peaks after the sun goes down. Thanks to the urban heat island effect, all the concrete we've poured absorbs sunlight all day and slowly radiates it back out at night. If the temperature doesn't drop, the human body cannot cool down and recover. People who can afford it turn on their air conditioning, but every single AC unit blasts exhaust heat right back into the streets, pushing the outside temperature even higher. The people paying the price are the informal outdoor workers. Between losing work hours to extreme sun and spending money on medicine, water, and ice, some workers lose up to 40% of their daily income just trying to stay alive. Our modern urban design effectively operates as a giant oven for anyone who cannot afford to escape it. Despite these numbers, the government refuses to officially classify heat waves as a notified national disaster. This classification legally requires paying 4 lakh rupees in compensation for every confirmed heat-related death. Instead of protecting people, cities are rapidly cutting down massive old-growth trees for development projects. Those canopies are the only natural infrastructure capable of lowering pedestrian temperatures by 12 degrees. Officials often claim they plant 10 new saplings for every tree they cut down, but planting these saplings in isolated concrete patches yields a 90% mortality rate. The new trees simply die.
We are trading actual ecological cooling for bureaucratic loopholes, stripping away our literal shade right as the planet gets hotter. You cannot stop the ocean currents, but you can control your local variables. Fight to protect the old trees in your neighborhood. Hand out cold water to delivery drivers and construction workers, and transition your home to solar power to stop fueling the coal baseline. 2026 is not a freak one-time event. For the children being born today, a 45-degree summer won't be an anomaly. It will be their normal baseline. The variables are locked in. Unless we aggressively change our local response today, the math ensures we face the 2026 heat wave with the same lack of preparation that has led to tragedy in the past.